Alright, hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for stopping by this video. As you guys can see by the title, or if you follow me on Instagram, then you already know what it's about by the poll. Today we're doing a beginner-friendly brown girl tutorial where I teach you ladies how to transform from to a golden goddess. And I'll show you how to keep your makeup lasting you for 12 plus hours. So if you're interested in this look, or if you're interested in me, keep watching this video. Alright guys, so we're back here again. Since this is a beginner friendly makeup tutorial, I'm gonna just throw this out there just for the people who may not know. Before you put on your face, sis, you must hydrate, period. Hydrate your face. So hydrate, prime, then face. So once we've gotten to the point of hydrating and priming, then we can start this video. Alright y'all, so our first step in our face, our 14-hour plus face, is to pre-powder. So pre-powdering is essential to keeping your makeup on your face and making sure you don't crack. While going with the Mercier glow powder, you don't have to have the glow powder. Honestly, I wasn't even trying to buy the glow powder. I meant to just buy the translucent powder, but I was in Sephora, and sometimes when I'm in Sephora, I don't pay attention and I just pick shit up and buy it. So I bought this, and then I got home and I was like, why is it glowing? Don't know, don't care. Since this shit is pretty expensive, even though it's this little ass baby one, we're gonna put it to use. So I pre-powder with my Mercier. So to pre-powder, open your powder, sis, and then you take sponge, a beauty blender. I have this one, but when I pre-powder, I do not use a wet sponge. So to pre-powder, you take your powder, as y'all can see, you dip your blender in there and you kind of scrape it off, clean it up a little bit, because you just want enough powder on there but not a whole bunch. And then I personally pre-powder under my eye, so I put it in under my eye. I do drag it out, like I put it and drag it, and then we gonna go put it in on the other side. From there, I blend it out. So you don't want to put a lot of pre-powder. I also do pre-powder around my mouth area, so like right here. And my chin. I look like the motherfucking 10-man bitch, like, ooh. If y'all see me looking over here, this is like my personal mirror. This is kind of far from me, so like it's close but still far. A bitch is blind, so like I can see a little bit, but when I really need to see, I'm gonna come over here. All right, y'all, so now that we're already done our pre-powder, the next thing we're going to do is our foundation. So personally, I have two sponges. Little bitch, I have three, but that's my pre-powder sponge. I have two sponges. Sidebar, don't try to come for me and act like my sponges are dirty, because y'all noticed the second time I'm recording this video, and the first time I recorded it for y'all, I cleaned my sponges. I'm not doing it again. Back to my point. All right, so I have two sponges, and these sponges you do want to wet. So as you can see, this is my first sponge. It's a little bit bigger. Obviously, it's bigger than this first one. This little one right here is what I use to conceal, and then this one is what I use for my whole face. All right, so yeah, we're gonna grab our foundation. I'm using the Fenty Pro Filt'r. My color is 440. As y'all can see, I'm not about to keep doing it because my nails look like shit. And then the first thing you want to do is shake. Okay. So now we take our foundation, and with our blender, the bottom of our blender, I personally start with 2.5 pumps of foundation, and then I build up from there depending. So when I do apply my foundation, I put it on my beauty blender. You can pump it on your face if you want. I used to do that, but I found that I feel like it's kind of a waste of product. So I pump it on my blender. I put one dot here, one dot here, one dot here, one dot in the middle, one dot here, one here, one here. Those extra dots are just me trying to get rid of the product on my blender, because the major dots are 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then from here, we looking kind of crazy. So I start blending in the cheek area personally, and I work my way around. And we blend. We blend. All right, so at this point we're halfway. We gonna finish blending. We gonna blend. Ladies and gents, this is a very fucking important step. Don't forget to blend your neck. Blend your neck. When you blend that face in, bring it down, honey. Bring it down. All right, girls. We looking like one color now. We looking like we blended now. Okay. The next step we're going to do is our eyebrows and our concealer. So what I do for my concealer personally is I mix it up. So I take my Fenty concealer and I put it on my hand. Just like 2 or 3 swooches. Just enough for like that amount. She's thick as hell. This concealer is thick, hunty, thick. Thick. Then I take a dot of this Maybelline Master Concealer in the color medium. This is not my color at all, but I do want my concealer to be like a tad bit lighter just to brighten me up a little bit. So I take a dot like that. As you can see, that is the Fenty concealer, the big darker brown, and then that little baby dot is the concealer. And then I grab my eyebrow brush. So you cannot do your brows without grooming your brows. So personally, I brush up. And then I brush over. And then I do it again on this side. And then with this, I literally blend it. I blend it like paste. I blend it up until it's like a consistent one color. As you can see, it's still basically the same shade as the Fenty. It's literally just a tad bit lighter. So I take my little brush. This is my eyebrow brush. As you can see, it's a little Juicy Couture. It's an angled brush. I did get this brush from Marshalls in like a pack with probably like 5 or 7 pieces. Not that expensive, so girl, don't believe the hype. You can go get one too. But I personally prefer this angled brush just because I feel like it gives you a lot of control over like those rest of those brushes and the brow pencils. So to do my brows, I'm gonna get real up close and personal with y'all because y'all brows be looking like shit. Half of y'all brows look crazy as hell. So maybe if I'm like in your face, you can take this advice, okay? So first, put a little bit on your brush. And then personally, I start at the top and I start with the angled side. So I go just like this. And I line my eyebrow. And I go under the bottom. And I line my eyebrow. And then from there, I take it from right here. And I drag it over my eyelid. And then I do the same thing on this side. I go up and I drag it over my brow. All right, and then we go to the other brow and we do the same thing. So we draw a line on top. Then we draw a line on bottom. Just trace your natural brow. Like, girl, there the hell we go. There we go. All right, so now that we have already put our brows in, we not finna waste no concealer because this concealer is expensive. So what we gonna do is take the excess and put it under our eye. Just right there. Like, I don't know why you put it there. Oh, actually I do. So if you have any bags, or if you just want to look youthful, this is where you want to apply your your concealer, because it'll honestly just brighten up your face. Like, I'll show you once we're done, because be mindful, we already have our foundation on. We're building from here. And then we're going to take what's left over. We're going to draw a smiley face on our chin. It helps our chin look a little more chin-like. And then we're going to put 2 lines right there. I don't know why you put the 2 lines right there, but girl, it take your face to a whole new level. I promise. You're gonna go to your smaller beauty blender. First thing we want to do is blend our chin. So I do know y'all probably gonna be like, bitch, what? You put your eyebrows on first, why you not blending your brows? Personally, I like for my brows to sit. I feel like when they sit, they blend out a lot smoother and they look a lot cleaner. So I'm going to go in and blend my chin, my lip, my under eye, and then my brows. So I'm going to literally move from the chin up. To blend your chin, you want to pat it and you want to go in a circular motion. Now, use your bottom part. You don't have to, but I do use my bottom part to smooth out like things just so that they look a little bit better for me. And it looks a little bit smoother. So I recommend that y'all do use the bottom end of your blender. Now we're going on to the lip. So the lip, I just beat it in the same way. Like beat, beat, beat. Beep, beep, beep. Y'all see how it's already giving my lip that extra dimension that ain't even real? That's the point. So, beat this bitch in. Beat this bitch in. So we already blended our chin and our upper lip, and now we're going to go in and blend our eye concealer. So personally, I find it the easiest if you look up and blend. So I look up and I blend out like that. Bitch, blending is a fucking process. Blending is so tedious. When y'all get to y'all like area right here that kind of just build up on your nose, you want to bring it down. Bring your concealer down on your nose. Alright, so like I said, what you do to one side, you do to the other. So now we're going to switch to the other side. Alright, y'all. So our concealer for the whole bottom half of our face is already blended. So now we're going to blend from, like I said, down up. So we're going to do the under eye first and blend it down and over. And then we're going to blend the brows up. So I'm going to show y'all what I mean. So for this one, for example, we're going to go in, blend it down. And then this part right here, you see how it's like weird? Blend that over. Bring that over to your nose so that it don't look crazy and you don't look crazy. How y'all feel about this angle? Like, this angle is very up close and personal. Like, if I had the Rona, you would have it too, bitch. But I don't. But either way, how y'all feel about this? Like, is this too close for comfort? Do y'all like this? Is this personal? Do you like that? How you feel? Tell me down below. So yeah, we're blending, bitch. We're blending. And we're blending. And then for my upper eye, I'm really breaking my rules right now because what I do to one side is usually what I do to the other. So I really should be doing the lower portion. But for the sake of y'all, you blend this side up. Let me get a little bit closer for y'all. So this concealer goes up. So blend in the upward position, just like that. And you want to beat it out to smooth it. Like I said, you always want your makeup to be smooth. You don't want to look like a crackhead. No shade, no tea to all the crackheads. As y'all can see, everything on this side of my face is blended. So what I'm going to do is off camera, go in and blend the other eyebrow. And then we're going to jump into bake. Alright, so y'all, now we're baking. So we take our Fenty powder. I say Fenty powder like everybody has a Fenty powder. Honestly, if you don't have a Fenty face, you're lacking. If you can't afford it, I understand. But if you can, go to Fenty.com or Sephora.com and order your shit, sis, because what you waiting for? Exactly. So anyway, my Fenty Pro Filt'r powder color is Nutmeg. So as y'all can see, she's basically almost Fenty because I use her on a regular all the time. But we're going to open this bad boy up. Alright, so now that we have our powder open, we're going to find our powder brush. My powder brush. So I use this e.l.f. I'm pretty sure it's like a foundation brush. It's not really considered a powder brush, but when I'm baking, I like to press my powder in. So I'm going to show y'all. So like personally, put some on your brush. Like that. That's enough. That's fine, sis. And then you go directly under your eye. You go into the same place as you put your concealer. Y'all see how the powder just disappeared into my face? Bitch, where does the powder do that? Where they do that at? Exactly. Get some more. Be mindful. Y'all don't have to apply a whole lot of powder. Okay. Eyes on the prize, girl. Eyes on the prize. Like I was saying, You can take this powder and press it into your face. Just like that. Press it into your under eye. I'm going to take some more. Press it into my chin. Press it up here. Now, adding this powder around your mouth area is an optional thing. Like I said, I do add it in my pre-powder and I do it in my baking phase, just because personally I tend to smile a lot, and throughout the day on your wear and tear, as you smiling, it's like you see those lines bother me, and I don't like when those lines start to crack my makeup. So I found it helpful that if you do powder this area, pre-powder, and then set it, you don't have really too much crackage. So now that we put our powder on, we finna bake. Baking, personally, I don't know how long you're supposed to bake. I know I bake as long as time permits. So like if I have a lot of time, like today, I'll probably bake for like a few minutes just off the strength. But if I have to go to work, bitch, I'm baking for 56 seconds. I'm baking in enough time to put my mascara on and head out the door. So, excuse me, it's up to your discretion however long you want to bake. But do what you gotta do, boo. Do what you do. While we bake, though, we're going to contour. Contouring is my favorite part. Contouring and highlight, I love. So I don't have any cheekbones. Like, I'm a fucking chipmunk, obviously. And so this is not a contour. It's considered a powder foundation in the color Mocha Java. It's the Sephora brand. I do get the powder contour just because I feel like it's a lot more controllable. So I get my e.l.f. contouring brush. It's a flat, dense like brush. You can get it from the Walgreens, CVS, anything that sell e.l.f. You know where to grab it at. So first step, suckage. Second step, figure out where your suckage line. So that indentation is where you would naturally have cheekbones. If you have cheekbones, it'll be easier because you just follow your cheekbones. But if you're a girl like me and you don't have any suckage, follow it and then draw it. The third step is to draw it. And y'all see how it literally goes into that line? That's how you want your contour to be. Now, you don't have to apply as much contour, but like I said, I don't have any cheeks, so it's a very important step for me to put some cheekbones in. And then I also will contour around my perimeter, but this week I put my wig on too low, so bitch, I ain't even got that much forehead to contour, so we ain't even finna waste no product. So now we bake. We bake and we sit and we wait, because after this, to blend out our bake, I use a kabuki brush. I personally feel like they're very lightweight, very dense. They work extremely well. I got this one from Marshall's. Sis, I live for Marshalls and Ross and shit because I ain't paying that much. But yeah, I got this one from Marshalls, and essentially for my chin, I blend in a circular. Well, I blend all of it out in a circular motion. So we just gonna jump into it. And then I do go in and blend to the side just to give it that like smooth and finish. And your bake is set. As y'all can see, my contour is still sitting. What I think I'm actually going to do now is go in and blend my contour. Alright, to blend out my contour, I use this Juicy Couture round type brush. It is looking like that. And I did get this again from Marshall's with the eyebrow brush in like a little combo pack. First of all, hold up. I'm dropping all these damn jewels for y'all, telling y'all where I get my shit, showing y'all how to put on the face. Are you subscribed? Are you subscribed? No? Okay. Well, what you need to do is slide out of this video, go subscribe. So I'll wait. I'll give you a few minutes, honey. Don't even worry. Alright, y'all, now that you're back, we gonna go into our blending. So to blend my contour, personally, I blend up. So I start up here and I literally blend up. Like, sometimes I do need to stroke it a little bit just if I feel like it's not like bringing down. And I do keep blending up. And as y'all can see, shadow. Now we're gonna go to the other side. Oh, Chile. When y'all watch this and y'all start blending, y'all gonna be like, girl, more? Yes, girl, more. Like, all right, y'all. So if you got this far, you're doing an amazing job. Cause sis, we're basically done. Like, you could go outside like this if you feeling like it. If you feeling a little bare, you can rock out. But we're gonna take it to the next step. So what we need to do now is highlight. I live for highlight. I love to highlight. So today we're gonna do our Morphe palette. It is the Stellar Impact 8S Morphe High Impact Highlighter Palette by Morphe. Like, it is a little ashy because I do use it and I've had it for a little while. But yeah, we're gonna go in with the color Galactic. So Galactic is this like kind of ashy color right here. It doesn't look good, but sis, when you put it on, it like has a whole different look. To apply my highlight, we are going to use the Anastasia A23 brush. So what we do is we put our, bitch, if I can get it, we put our brush in the highlight, tap, bitch, tap, tap, and then we highlight. So to find your highlight, like some people may not know, and to avoid having that big like block Sharpie highlight on your face, always turn your head to the side the same way you would do the contour. Turn your head to the side, and wherever light naturally hits your face is generally where you will want to put your highlight. Then it'll give you like that natural like look. Okay, you're gonna get that look. And if you mess up, that's okay. If you put too much, that's okay. Granted, the rest of the world may judge you, but sis, I understand if you want to look like a golden unicorn. I get it. If y'all did notice, I did do my contour first, and then I put on my highlight, and now I'm gonna fill in with my blush. This allows for, this is kind of like a little technique I use. If you put in your contour first, then put your highlight on top, it literally leaves you the space where your blush goes. So you're welcome. We're gonna take our blush palette. This is the Blush Trio Berry Amore. This is a brown girl's paradise, honey. If you ain't got this, go get it. It is amazing. As y'all can see, like, the colors are amazing. Very pigmented, very much like for brown girls. Maybe for all girls, but this works for brown girls. So what you do is you take your blush brush, and we're going to use the deeper color, like this dark plum. The dark plum is actually called Velvet. Okay, Velvet. We're going to use Velvet today. So you're going to put it on your brush enough to where you can see it. You see it. Tap, tap. The taps are important. Do 2 taps, you done. Then you're going to turn your face and fill her in. I'm looking at my face like, what's missing? Girl, our highlight. We didn't finish highlighting. So go back to your highlight palette. Get some. Put a little bit on your nose. The little ball on your nose. Put some on the bridge of your nose. And then put a little bit on your chin, honey. Our face is basically done. All we have to do now is put on some mascara or some lashes, some gloss, and rock out. Like, we're done. You're doing an amazing job. All right, y'all. So for lashes, I use Bang Mascara. This is hands down one of the best mascaras on the market. And y'all know I'm not being sponsored, so y'all know I'm telling the truth. So take your Benefit mascara and start lashing yourself, sis. I don't know if y'all know how to put on mascara, so I'm gonna just put on one eye for you. You stroke it up in like a little strokey motion. As y'all can see, like, I ain't even finished, and this eye already looks different than this eye. Then I go in and I do the opposite side, and I pull them up. And I do that again. And like I said, this is another thing that you don't have to open your mouth, but somehow that bad boy is gonna open. Alright, and then after you do your top lash, you put some on your bottom lash. Do y'all see the difference? Like, before you go though, don't forget that set that bitch. So personally, I use this Smashbox primer water. So what you do is shake it. Shake everything. Like, shake, shake, shake. Shake it all. And now you're gonna spray, girl. Alright, y'all. So this is the finished look. Honestly, we all should look the same if you did the same thing as I did. But if you don't know how to do this lip, that means you're not following me on Instagram. So what you need to do is go follow me at yourhighness.z so you up to date with everything and you would have knew how to do this lip and complete your look. Either way, we still here with it. We still fine and we still baddies. So what's up? You like your final look? You did that, girl. You did that, girl. This face will last you 12 plus hours because mine's lasted me 14. Not because I'm dirty, but because I went to work. And so, if you like what you see, make sure you like this video. If you like what you see, make sure you comment down below. If you like what you see or have any questions, make sure you comment down below. Make sure to also subscribe to my channel so that you know everything.